Morning, everybody. It's September 10th, and we're out here at Dino Boneso Vineyard in Paso Robles, checking on our Grenache vines to see how they're coming along and see how the grapes taste. What we're doing today is sampling the fruit, so we're doing individual berry samples. We collect them in a bag from the fronts, backs, sides, tops, and bottoms of the clusters randomly as we walk down the rows. I'll give you an example of a typical vine here. You've got the clusters pretty decently, this is a grafted vine that was grafted a year ago, so it's not fully developed. We don't have a full cordon yet, but here's a typical cluster. We've come through once this year and clipped the shoulders off right here. The shoulders are this part of the cluster. They tend to be a much larger cluster in the beginning. We cut those off so we get more concentration and more even ripening throughout the growing season. And then you'll see down on the ground we've done a little green drop recently. That ensures the stuff that's a little further behind doesn't make it in. When we pick later, that would have darkened up and looked ripe to the picking crew, but isn't. So we dropped that out. You can see we've got a fairly small canopy this year, which is good. Gives us a nice long growing season. And when we come out here and sample, one of the first things I always do is just come out and grab a couple of berries, throw them in your mouth, chew them up. Tasting the fruit really starting to come on, getting some strawberry fruit flavor that Grenache is known for. The tannins in the skins are still pretty thick and hearty. Check the seeds. Seeds are mostly lignified, where they go from green to brown, and that's when the tannins in the seeds start to mellow out and not make a really hard tannic wine. Also, we look for color. Once we do the sample, we crush the berries up and look to see how the color extracts. We do a random sampling through the vineyard, taste a lot of berries, see how it all tastes. Right now, it's still a little tart, but flavor's starting to come on, which is great. And then we use this refractometer here, circa this is my dad's old refractometer that we like to trust. It's probably circa 1979 or so maybe going on 30 years of use for us. We crush the berries up, get some juice, put it in the prism here, hold it up to the sunlight, which we don't have a lot of direct sunlight today. It cooled off nicely here. We've got some overcast weather to let the vines just kind of take a pause and ripen that fruit nicely for us. And we look through the refractometer up to the sunlight. That gives us our sugar reading, kind of gives us a baseline of what our potential alcohol will be, but most of it's going to be based on flavor and the acid profile of the individual grapes. And we'll do some more detailed sampling over at Brave Oak as well. Talk to you soon.